Right? Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off, by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And shalom to the sincere Akwath, which are the sincere sisters. And shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathen. Now this lesson is going to be based on the 6.0 earthquake that struck near Valparaiso, Chile. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says a 6.0 magnitude earthquake struck 23 kilometers west of Quintero, a city in Chile's Valparaiso region, Chile, on Sunday evening. According to the country's National Seismological Center, no damage was immediately reported. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And through the Spirit, I've been saying that, not only me, but the men of the Lord have been saying that the thunder, the earthquakes, the storms, tempests, and fires were going to increase. We're going to start seeing them more often. And that's exactly what's been happening. There's been a lot of storms and tempests happening. There's been a lot of earthquakes and a lot of fires. And it's just happening more and more frequently. And these are all signs of the Lord Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, visiting the world which He made. Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And when you look up the definition of diverse, it means many or multiple. And if you've been paying attention, you see that there are earthquakes happening in many and in multiple places all over the world. Some of them of smaller magnitude than others, but nonetheless an earthquake is an earthquake, and it is judgment from the Lord. It is a sign of the Lord visiting this world. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before. Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder, and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And these earthquakes are some of those signs, signs of the Lord visiting this world which He made, signs of Him visiting these wicked kingdoms, and shaking up and scaring these people. And best believe these earthquakes, they're going to get more intense, and they're going to get more destructive and deadly, because that will be the vengeance of the Heavenly Father. Second Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And we are in some dangerous times because we are living in the last days. So the constant power outages, heat waves, fires, storms, tempests, earthquakes, the cost of living increasing, the economic collapse that's currently in motion, the division amongst the people. There's so many things that are happening, and things are just going to get worse. There's going to be famines. There's going to be pestilences in the form of diseases like this hantavirus that's going around. That's what we can expect in these last days. Just a lot of chaos, a lot of great miseries, a lot of death and destruction. These last days are going to be no joke. And that's why those of us of the Hope Elect, we have to stay prayed up, and we got to stay locked into this truth. We got to continue to be circumspect, and we got to continue to watch and rehearse the righteous acts and follow the law, statutes, and commandments daily to the best of our abilities, in hopes that the Lord has chosen us from the foundation of the world to endure unto the end and be saved. Things are definitely going to get worse. And through the Spirit, I genuinely believe that this summer is going to be by far one of the worst summers we've ever experienced. And a lot of people have no idea what's about to happen. The Lord is about to unleash so much judgment. And all of these wicked people who are just as ignorant and as oblivious as they possibly can be are going to get caught up in these judgments. And that's merely them being punished by the Lord for them being wicked. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, for putting the Spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and shalom once again to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. I hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.